Now this Alienware Aurora R11 is one of my favourite used PCs I've ever bought. It shouldn't be, but I love the aesthetic. That said, I've seen a few user complaints regarding high CPU temperatures, and this is something I totally overlooked when I made a video about this one. See, the power supply is attached to a swing arm that comes out like this so that we can access the motherboard, RAM and CPU. The thing is, when it's closed, it sits right on top of the CPU, which in this case, literally restricts airflow to the heatsink fan. Higher end configurations came with liquid cooling, but it's still pretty cramped in here. I paid £300 for this one and got a 65 watt i5-10400F inside with a stock cooler. Not the hardest chip to keep cool by any means, so I couldn't help but wonder how or if this interesting design choice affected the temperatures. To do this, I took the side panel off and ran a CPU stress test with the PSU swing arm closed and then open. The machine was shut down for half an hour between tests and the ambient room temperature remained the same. With the PSU arm closed, the i5 peaked to 82 degrees. Pretty warm, but it didn't cause any throttling. I then opened up the swing arm, moving it out of the way of the fan, and this time our processor hit a maximum of 77 degrees. Still not as cool as I'd like, and the side panel is still off. I also replaced the thermal paste about 10 minutes before conducting this test. I don't think I'll be putting a faster CPU in here until I upgrade the cooling system. It'll have to be a liquid cooler though, because a tower heatsink will stop us from being able to close the swing arm and therefore putting the side panel back on. Why do I like this PC so much again? Thanks for watching.